and go.
All right. My name is Tim Clemens. I'm recording in for P.C.I, which is a subsidiary of the brand new Monsters and More. MonstersandMore.com, where we got monsters and more.
Lots of monsters.
All right, but I'm staying in front of and I am going to massacre this name. So forgive me, I'm terrible with names. I'm Southern, I'm allowed to mispronounce things. But Trahlyta's grave. Trahlyta. Here, point up there. There we go. Trahlyta's grave. Now you can see there, you know what? Instead of me telling you what I know about it, I'm just going to read you this marker. And you can read along with us. So read along, kids. This pile of stones marks the grave of a Cherokee princess, Trahlyta. According to legend, her tribe, living on Cedar Mountain north of here, knew the secrets of the magic springs of eternal youth from the witch of Cedar Mountain. Trahlyta, kidnapped by a rejected suitor, Wasiga, there's a lot of hard names in this, was taken far away and lost her beauty, and she was dying. Wasiga promised to bury her here, near her home and the magic springs. Customs arose among the Indians, and later the whites, that's not right, the whites, that's terrible.
That's true.
To drop stones, one for each passerby on her grave for good fortune. The magic springs, now known as Porter Springs, lie three-quarter mile northeast of here. Way to go, Forsyth County School System.
So, as you can see here, here's the stone pile. This is called Stone Pile Gap.
So, directly up under this, we have a Native American princess. You point this way. There's also other stories that state that if you leave a rock on this grave, she also grants you prolonged life and youth. The truth of it, I don't know. Either way, though, it's rude to mess with anybody's grave to begin with, so the rumor is if you take a rock, you're cursed. You shouldn't mess with somebody's grave, so that makes perfect sense. If you do take a rock, you're an idiot. I'm going to go ahead and put a rock here. There we go. Oh, sorry about that, it was a little rough. See, also, when they were building this road, there's another story that says that they actually tried to move the grave. So they would get trucks that would pick up rocks, and then the trucks would break down, or crash, or have issues. So eventually, they put the rocks back, because they just figured she didn't want to be moved. Whether or not this is true, I really don't know, but they said there were a few deaths revolved around that story, so if anybody knows for certain, feel free to note, leave a comment. But that's really about it on this one. I mean, this is a fairly easily accessible one, but remember, this is a roadway here, so if you park, find yourself a nice little spot on the side of the road that's safely out of the way, and don't stand in the road looking for a perfect picture, because if you die, then we'll be up here looking for your ghost.
Exactly. Here, turn around so I can say something real quick.
All right.
And also, just so everybody knows, I mean, you know, it is what Indians would consider a sacred burial ground. Okay, so even if there is such thing as voodoo or something like that exists when you do something like this, it's very proper to be respectful of the site anyway. And you know, if you do put a rock up here, you know, just say thanks or whatever not, but be respectful of it. You know, if you believe in that mojo, then don't do anything bad, that's for sure. For me, I tend to want to be respectful for anything that has to do with the grave, especially if it has to do with Cherokee Indians or any Indians of that nature anyway. You know, they were very peaceful people, and, you know, they deserve our respect. So, but a very nice other place that you can go just to kind of look and see, like Tim was saying, people weren't able to move these rocks. Trucks would break down. There were people that died trying to do it. So it's kind of one of them things that's coincidental, maybe fact. Don't know for sure. But do you really want to try it?
Yeah, they weren't that peaceful. Wasaga over there kidnapped her and watched her rot to death.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, just saying, you know, it's one of them things that you just don't want to mess with.
No,
in my opinion.
You don't mess with somebody's grave.
Especially when it comes to something that's of this particular nature, you know. Any grave is not cool at all. Any grave is not any at least, but for something like this, just be careful, you know.
All right, let's see. While we're at it, I want to show you something neat here. Now, a lot of people have been giving rocks to this for a while. Look at this. They write stuff on them, put in, like, you know, fancy little rocks there. know what? When I was looking at this, I found all these cool ones I want to show you. Now I can't because I don't know where they are.
Here's one right here.
Look at that. So, again, if you come up here, don't mess with the rocks. If you put one on there, don't take one. I did read somewhere where they said that if you take a rock, you have to put one on there and you'll be fine. You know what? Don't. That just ain't right.
Just don't.
But that's about it for us. You got anything else you want to say?
No, I'm good.
Good, because I really have to sneeze again.
Okay. Very
Bye.
good. Bye-bye.